I hope you've realized throughout the course of the day that campaigns that are well planned out and scientifically constructed are the ones that win, right? And that goes for your message as well. So the message is crucial. It's really important that you get the right message. So the definition of a message: a limited body of truthful information consistently conveyed in order to provide persuasive reasons to act, right? So it's consistent. The message is the same throughout the campaign. Not only is it consistent, it's persuasive, and it gives people a reason to act. So you don't just want to tell somebody something, you want to actually get them to do something, and that is go out and vote for you. So your campaign message, it's the backbone of your campaign. It's a short statement that answers the question, why me, why now, right? You can't just say, I'm better. You have to say, I'm better, and I have to be in office right now. And it's the frame through which you talk about everything in your campaign. So the message is really important because you're going to be talking about it the whole time. And your lit is going to be consistent. Your radio ads will be consistent. And your TV commercials will be consistent. Your Facebook page will be consistent. Your website will be consistent. So your message has to answer 5 basic questions. First, what is your story? And Ben will talk a little bit more about what makes a good story. But what is your story? Why are you running? This is the main question you'll get asked as a candidate. Why are you running? Why are you running? Right? And for some people, it's because people ask them to. And for other people, it's because, they had time on their hands and they thought this would be a way to help the movement. Those are both not good answers, right, for why you're running. So you have to come up with a good answer that's truthful about why you're running. What is the problem? So you have to have a problem. No good story doesn't have an antagonist or a challenge to overcome, right? So there's got to be some problem. And why are you the person who can solve it uniquely? How are you going to do that as well? So you have to do that in a couple different formats. You have to have a 2-minute answer, and you have to have a 10-minute answer. And in the forums that you participate in or debates, you'll have to have standard answers for questions. You might even have to have a 1-minute, who you are and why you're running. So this is an example. The story is, I'll read it for you if you can't read it. My name is Jane Smith. I grew up in Valley View, and I am a teacher in the Valley View Elementary School. My husband and I have 2 kids, 6 and 8, that we love dearly. So that's her story. I am running for Valley View School Board because I want my children to be able to have the opportunities I had growing up here. So both in the first sentence and the second sentence, she talks about how she is from the district. So that's very important. That's part of your pitch. Here's the problem. Unfortunately, our best teachers are leaving the district in search of better paying jobs. Just short and sweet, right? There are probably many problems, but maybe this is the most important one to the person she's talking to. Or maybe that's the one that comes up the most. Cause. My opponent, Bob Johnson, is a nice guy, but while on the board, he has advocated for cutting teachers' pay. Sometimes you don't mention your opponent directly. You could just say, my opponent has advocated for X. Make sure it's truthful. Your message always has to be 100% truthful, too. Otherwise, people, they fact check stuff. I will work to institute policies that will keep our school district one of the best in the state. Short and sweet. You could say that in 2 minutes. Also, it's good to end on a positive note. What are you going to do affirmatively, right? And this message here kind of plays on people's natural belief that where they live is the best. Here's another example. My name is Jane Smith. I grew up in Valley View, and I am a teacher in the Valley View Elementary School. My husband and I have 2 kids, 6 and 8, that we love dearly. I'm running for Valley View School Board because I want my children to be able to have the opportunities I had growing up here. Unfortunately, our school board has become a rubber stamp for the superintendent's policies. This problem's a little different, and she is running against the establishment. That's a common thing that people do as candidates. If the establishment is a problem, that's why you're running. They have been in office too long and have become comfortable with the way things work. That's the cause. I would pick something a little bit stronger than that. I will work to institute innovative policies that will keep our school district one of the best in the state. So the status quo can be the problem. Translating your message. The key to messaging is repetition. Your answers to those 5 questions should be in everything you do. When you're talking to voters, in all your campaign material, in your mail pieces, and talking to the press. It will be tempting, and people will try to bump you off your message. If you encounter hostile press, they're going to be annoyed with your message, right? And they're going to try to get you to get flustered or ask you questions that are kind of trap type questions. You never have to answer a question directly, and you should always stay on message, right? And it's very important that you are confident with your message and confident and comfortable and knowledgeable about the issues, that you're always in control of the message.